What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's a real ones. I'm here to talk about my experience at Florida Supercon 2025. Alright, so for those of you who are unfamiliar, I'm very into the cosplay scene and anime and all that stuff. RAYE is too as well, okay? And I wanted to go this year because I have been missing the convention for the past several years. My last convention was in 2016, something like that. I don't remember. I gotta look at the timestamps on those pictures from that time. But anyway, I went this year because of two particular guests, but one more so than the other, but that's neither here nor there. Point is, I went there because of the guests. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Florida Supercon is a very large convention held here in Florida, in South Florida, and it is usually held at the Miami Airport Convention Center. Well, not Miami Airport Convention. It is usually held at the Miami Beach Convention Center, which also has been recently renovated, fairly recently, within the past couple years. So it was pretty cool to see the difference in the venue from when I went the last time, because my last time going to the convention, it was held at the Fort Lauderdale Convention Center, and before that it was at the Miami Beach Convention Center, but that was prior to the renovation. So it was pretty interesting seeing the complete turnaround of the appearance of the place. So very much modernized now, but the convention hall, huge. It's freaking huge, okay? Friday? I went Saturday. So if you're familiar with convention scene, best days to go is usually Saturday. That's where they have usually have more of the bigger events and stuff like that, the costume contest, all that stuff. It's usually held on Saturday. However, the downside is it's also usually the most crowded day of a convention, so there you go. And it's also usually the most expensive day if you're picking a one-day pass. So, but point is, I bought my ticket, got my early pickup the day before, so that I don't have to wait in line to pick up my badge and all that stuff, because ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Went to the convention, immediately got on the line for the guest that I wanted to see, because they had several celebrity guests this year. They had Alex Lay, the voice actor for Solo Leveling. They had Christopher Judge, the voice of Kratos from God of War. Who else? I can't even remember. They were supposed to have Zach Aguilar there as well, but he dropped out for some reason or the other. I'm not really sure exactly why. I had to look at the freaking I really have to look at their page again to figure out who all was there at the convention. But primary that I wanted to see was none other than John Boyega of Star Wars fame. So I immediately went to his table to get my autograph, which wasn't necessarily my initial intention, because if you guys are familiar with my page, you probably have seen the painting that I did of John Boyega and the time-lapse painting. And so my intent was to go to the convention this year and gift him said painting. So that's what I did. It was quite a while. My boy, if he ever comes across this video, too bad for me. I hope he doesn't take this any kind of way, but my boy was running on CP time for real, because my boy was mad late, bro, because on the schedule he was supposed to be there for the signings were supposed to start at 11 o'clock. My boy was not there, was a half hour to an hour late, possibly. I don't remember exactly. I would have to look at my text messages, because I was messaging Ray, because I was like, yo, my boy is really running late for real. Oh my god, bro. But understandably, because it's understandable, because convention time down there at the Miami Beach Convention Center, it is crowded, okay? Because it's Miami Beach. Miami Beach traffic can be a lot on a normal day, much less convention day, because people do come from out of town to see, you know, the guests and to go to the convention and vend at the convention and all that other stuff. And then in addition to, you know, regular tourists coming to Miami Beach, you know, because it's the summertime, you know, they're you got all that going on. So to be fair, I'll give him a pass because, you know, traffic was pretty crazy coming into the island as it was through the causeway. So yeah, but anyway, so I waited there for quite some time. There were quite a few people lined up to see him. Made a friend on the line. It was an older gentleman. It was fun talking to him. If he sees this video, hi. Unlikely that he will see this video, but still, it was a fun little chat that I was having with that individual. And then eventually it was my turn. I found out actually because I wasn't there to get an autograph, but this is for future reference for anybody that goes to Supercon in the future and wants to like gift anybody something or just wants to chat or something. You're not allowed to do that. You have to be there to get an autograph or get something autographed or whatever to be on the line in the first place. So just FYI, make sure you have your stuff together, shit together. So I ended up having, in order to give him the painting, I would have needed to purchase an autograph, which, you know, I didn't really care about the autograph too much. I just wanted to give him the painting. So I get to the front and whatever, and they tell me, hey, okay, what is it that you want? Are you here to autograph like a personal item, or do you just want like a regular autograph? Like, because they have a different variety of like images that you could choose from. He had a few Pacific Rim related images, and then they were primarily Star Wars. I'm a little upset that they didn't have anything like they cloned Tyrone related, but you know, considering that that's one of his most recent projects. But yeah, I was a little disappointed because I loved They Cloned Tyrone. Okay, that was peak. Okay, peak. And I wish they would do more movies in that kind of vein, you know, that kind of vibe. It's so good. But anyway, I actually have the said autograph here. So I got the autograph. He was so nice, by the way. His energy, his aura is just, he seems like such a nice person in real life. And sidebar, he smelled like a bar of soap. Okay, because I got a hug from him. Okay, I have a clip from me post autograph. I did it. I kept it brief though. I didn't say much, but I got a hug from John BOYEGA, and I was losing my mind. Okay, because I was so excited and slightly anxious. Okay, because you know, I've never met anybody to that degree of celebrity before. So I'm like, at the same time, I'm on the line, I'm like, keep it cool, Houston. Keep it cool. Just be chill. He's supposed to be, he should be cool too, right? He should be cool. He should be a cool person, right? He's just a person. He's just a person that's in the public eye. He's a human being. He's not that big of a deal, okay? You know, I'm trying to make it not be a big deal, okay? So I had my little like tote bag with the painting in it, and I'm just trying to be mad chill, you know, like I'm cool. This is cool, right? I get up to the front, and I'm like, in my head, I'm trying to be calm, and at the same time, I'm like shitting bricks because I'm just like, oh frick, I'm in front of John BOYEGA right now. I'm looking him dead in the face. He's real. He's in 3D, no Jungkook, like 3D, right? So nice, super sweet, very polite. He seems like the nicest person in real life, for real. I would love to be friends with him because he seems like genuinely like a nice person. So, but anyway, sidebar. So I get the autograph from him and whatever. Mind you, this is what it looked like. Okay, yes, I got it. And then I basically said, tell him, like, look, I came here just for you. Which, truth be told, he was my primary reason for going to Supercon. But I tell him I came here just for you, and I came here to give you this. I pull out the painting and I give it to him. And he's thinking initially that I came to get it autographed, and I'm like, nah, I didn't come to get this autographed. This is for you. I came to give this to you, right? And he kind of looks at it and admires it a little bit, which my little artist heart felt so nice being acknowledged, you know. He did seem to appreciate it, and I got a hug out of it. Okay, I wasn't expecting a hug. I didn't necessarily was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a hug or I'm gonna get something back from this. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just like, I just want to give the man the painting because show my appreciation, you know, respect for him as another creative, as an actor, you know, and everything that he's done for Black culture, the Black community, how much he loves on Black women and all that other stuff, you know. All of that stuff is just, and I wanted to be honest, I wanted to tell him all of that, but I was like, that line behind me is mad long. And I don't want to be that person, that one asshole that spends 30 minutes talking to somebody and nobody else gets an opportunity to get their autographs and stuff. So I wasn't going to be that butthole, you know. So I give him the painting and stuff, and he seems to appreciate it. I get a hug out of it. He smells nice. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, right? full Whitley, Denzel, oh my god, Denzel. It was that kind of moment for me. Okay, internally, I was keeping it cool. Okay, I was keeping it chill. I wasn't trying to be too freaked out, you know. And so I get off the line, whatever. From there, I spent, oh my god, this was the experience that just frustrated me because I spent so much time looking for the other person that I was trying to look for, because Black excellence. I spent damn near half an hour to 40 minutes. I don't know how long. It felt like hours because I'm in there sweating buckets in his damn cosplay, okay? Because I was dressed up as Nobara from Jujutsu Kaisen, and when I tell you, it's polyester, okay? It's polyester. The thing is sweaty. It's layers to this thing. I got this hot ass wig on my head, makeup on my face. It was not okay. This is why people recommend that when you go to a convention, you make sure you bathe, wash your behind, please and thank you, because nobody wash your behind and use deodorant, because nobody has time to be smelling your funky behind in this crowded as hell exhibition room, people packed together like sardines, and you just out here smelling funky. No, stop, don't do it, please. Hashtag wash your ass. I'm just saying. So I spent 40 minutes looking for, drumroll please, Walter E. Jones, aka Zach, aka the Black Power Ranger, okay? The OG Black Power Ranger, okay? Spent like 30-40 minutes looking for this man. I was so mad because he was right there. If he was a snake, he would have bit me because he was right there. Probably walked past where the booth was, because basically what had happened was the booth that he was set up at was divided in kind of an awkward way. I still remember the number, booth 1511. That's how you know that this incident infuriated me that badly, because I remember the number. So it was divided in such a way to where he was facing outward and the rest of the booth was facing this way. So he was facing, so like, I'm gonna have to drop a whole diagram for this, because he was facing this way, the rest of the booth is facing that way, right? So I probably walked past him without even realizing it, you know? Very frustrating. But anyway, I had to look it up on the website, the Supercon website, to see which booth he was in, and then had to find it because the app was not at all accurate for that, and it was just it didn't even say, because it said XYZ arcade, because it was some kind of arcade business or whatever for that booth. That was the other half of the booth, but it was also Walter E. Jones, but it didn't say that in the app. Supercon, Reed Pop, get on your shit, please. Thank you. Anyway, found Walter E. Jones. He's so nice. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I gotta freak out a little bit. I gotta fangirl out a little bit because that was so cool. I'm mad that Ray did not join me because she had some she had a prior engagement to go to, so she couldn't join me for Supercon. I'm still mad at myself that I didn't attend when the one year that, may he rest in peace, JDF came. Jason David Frank came one year along with Amy Jo Johnson. I didn't go that year, and I'm still mad about it because, damn, I could have met Tommy Oliver. Oh God, regrets, all of it, regrets. But I met Walter E. Jones. I talked with him for a little bit. He's super chill and super nice, man. Like, you know, sometimes they say never meet your idols or like your heroes, never meet your heroes. He's somebody you want to meet, okay? He is definitely somebody you want to meet. Okay, we chatted for a little bit and stuff, whatever. And I'm like, you know, just telling him like your impact as for somebody young, my age, because he's older, obviously, duh. You know, him being somebody that is like in the public eye as a kid, seeing that representation as a kid and how impactful that was as a young person and stuff like that, and me waxing poetic about his impact on the youth, you know. Yeah, it was an interesting time. So I got his autograph as well, which was awesome. He put my name on it. He gonna remember my name, okay, because it's unique, okay. But look at this freaking dope print, okay. Look at this. Y'all see this? Hold on. I need to make sure that it's in frame. Wait. Y'all see this? Look how freaking dope that looks. By far, my favorite print that he had on his table, okay? By far. And mind you, he included the, like, for extra $5, he had this little protector for it. He has good business sense, okay? Get yours, Walter E. Jones. Okay, get yours. Then from there, it was really good. I met so many people. I met a few people that were in the Love and Deep Space fandom. If you guys are familiar or aren't familiar, because the ads have been all over the place, okay? Ray has told me how frequently she's seen these ads, and the ads are wild for this game, okay? It's a 3D Otome game, which I might do another video on that, and talk about it at length and wax poetic about it. But I met a few cosplayers dressed up as characters from that game. My primary thing, I didn't really do any of the exhibitor booths because a lot of the stuff is garbage to me anyway, because I'm basically just feeding into like corporations, it feels like, to me anyway. That's how I feel personally. So I typically go straight to the artist alley, which is what I did, which is what I always do. But because I was looking so long for Walter E. Jones and I was getting pissed off that I couldn't find him, I didn't take very many pictures because it was just me alone. I was by myself. It's the first time I've ever gone to the convention by myself, so it was just like, I'm like trying to wrap my head around everything going on. My brain is frazzled. I was already frazzled from the search for the Black Power Ranger, okay? But went straight to the artist alley, looked at all the art. Oh my gosh, bro, I was overwhelmed because there's so many cool artists, like just dope artists. Like that I unfortunately spend way too much money on stuff that I probably shouldn't have spent money on. Like, yes, you can spend a lot of money in artist alley. I tell you, if you want to support artists, definitely follow them on their Instagram pages or social medias, all of it, and buy whatever little small item you can buy, you know, because a lot of the times they do have like low priced items like stickers, bookmarks, that kind of thing, whatever. Granted, my haul was primarily items that I could use and Love and Deep Six related stuff because I am obsessed with the game. But like they had some really good artists. Actually had me really inspired. A lot of them are from what I've seen from their pages and stuff, because I followed pretty much every artist booth that I stopped at, even if I didn't purchase anything. I did get their social medias. I did follow them on their social medias because that's another way to support artists that isn't necessarily monetary, especially if you don't have the funds. But yeah, they also tend to appreciate that, even if you can't, you know, because it still helps them in some way, shape, or form when you follow them. But I lost my train of thought. My train of thought just but yeah, there was a lot of great artists there. I followed a lot of them. A lot of them are younger than I am, so it really got me very inspired to do some more art and stuff like that. So there was some benefit to it. But yeah, overall it was a lot of fun. I ended up near the end of the day ran into a friend of mine, a college friend of mine. So we hung out for a bit, and then I left and went home, and it was a really good time. I did rock, paper, scissors with a Itadori cosplayer, and he gave me a sticker, which was like so blue random. Like that's something that I feel like could only happen at a convention, just random shit like that. He ended up giving me this sticker with like, hold on, wait, is it too bright? It's too bright. Oh no, you can't even really like see it. Come on, camera, focus, you son of a biscuit. Anyway, if you can't tell, it's Gojo and oh my god, I can't even remember this freaking character's name. Anyway, point is, it's from the same thing, and I won the rock, paper, scissors, okay, and he gave me that, okay. So yeah, but yeah, overall it was a really great experience. I definitely want to go next year. It remains to be seen who will be the guests for next year. They typically start announcing their guests in like January, because it is like a July convention, so they usually start announcing it at the top of the year. So we're gonna see who they're gonna invite this coming summer, and hopefully we'll see some interesting guests. But yeah, that was my experience at Supercon this year, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.